Hey guys, we did it. We got week one predictions. We finally did it. Well, finally in the NFL season now. We have one more day. Tomorrow's the official NFL season. But this is my week one predictions. So, yeah, let's just hop right into the video. So, Eagles, Cowboys. The Eagles are going to beat the Cowboys. The Eagles are absolutely stacked. Their offense with Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. The defense is very good. The the Cowboys, the only bright spot is the passing game. They got rid of Micah Parsons. That one defense is gonna be so bad. Saquon's gonna go off. Gonna go so off. Joining versus Dak Prescott, and yeah, overall, the Cowboys are gonna have a bad night, and the Eagles will beat the Dallas Cowboys. And then going up, we got the Brazil game. We got the Chiefs and Chargers. So the Chiefs, they lost the Super Bowl. Yeah, we all know that, and they're seeking out for revenge. The Chargers, they're doing Charger things. Honestly, for this game, though, this is in Brazil. This is not in Los Angeles. If this was in Los Angeles, I probably give the edge to the Chargers. But because this is Brazil and Justin Herbert sucks in big moments in prime time, this is going to be like international, on national TV. Justin Herbert's going to poop his pants, like shit his pants like usual. They're gonna, yeah, no, the Chiefs are gonna stomp the Chargers. I don't even know why people thinking that the Chiefs are going to beat the Chargers. After that, we got the Steelers and Jets. The Steelers, they got Aaron Rodgers, and the Jets, they got Justin Fields. So they're both a little bit of a revenge game. Aaron Rodgers and is signed with the Steelers now. He is gonna. Now the Steelers, they lost George Pickens, but they got DK now. And the Jets stayed the same basically. They got a new coach though in Aaron Glenn, which is same as Wobble Salo, a defensive coordinator. I feel like, well, defensive minded head coach again. Of course, So I feel like the Jets are gonna have another disastrous season again. Give me Pittsburgh. Then we got the Miami Dolphins versus the Indianapolis Colts. This is an absolutely easy W for my Dolphins. The Dolphins, they have an absolutely stacked team. They got Tua, the best quarterback in the league, the two best receivers in the league, and Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. They also have two very good quarterbacks in Devon Achane and Ollie Golden. And then the defense, they got the best defense. Well, maybe second best, but they got like the best defensive line: Matthew Judon, Zach Sealer, Bradley Chubb, Chop Robinson, and Jalen Phillips. And in the Colts, what they got? Jonathan Taylor. That's it. Jonathan Taylor might go a little bit off on us, but I highly doubt it. That defensive line is so good. So yeah, give me the Dolphins in the blowout. Then we got the Bengals and Browns, and I'm probably gonna pick. Yeah, this is gonna be a shitty game. Now, usually everyone thinks that the Bengals are gonna beat the Browns, right? The Browns are an absolute clown show. The quarterback situation's shitty. With Joe Flacco and okay, Joe Flacco's old, blah blah blah. Joe Burrow's starting the preseason, cool. I still think the Browns are gonna beat the Bengals for a couple reasons. Reason one, the Browns own the Bengals. Somehow, the Browns own Joe Burrow too. I know the Browns did sweep. I know the Bengals sweep the Browns, but the Bengals were facing the Browns in mid-season. We all know that the Bengals are very good in the mid-season and end of the season. But the Bengals suck in the beginning of week one. They're gonna find a way to lose to the fucking Browns. This is gonna be an ugly, 15-10 game. It's just gonna be a shit show. Yeah. Just like I know Joe Burrow started in the preseason. He did training camp. He did all of that. Okay, they're still gonna start slow because it's Zach Taylor. Because he's not the greatest head coach. He's stupid and he just doesn't know what he's doing. So legit, fucking yeah. Raiders and Patriots. This is a very good game because both teams massively improved this season. Again, the Patriots were the fourth overall pick, and the Raiders were the sixth overall pick. Two of the worst teams in the NFL. They both had the 4-13 records. Now the Patriots, they brought in a new coach in Mike Vrabel. They fixed up that offensive line. Looks very good now. Um, and then the Raiders, they got a new head coach in Pete Carroll, so they got two. So both teams got veteran head coaches. They got a brand new quarterback in Geno Smith, who is a billion times better than Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew. They still have Brock Bowers, who's very good. They also got Ashton Genty and Amari Cooper, which Amari Cooper's probably not going to do much, but he still plays pretty good. And also let's don't forget about Jacoby Miles. So both teams improved massively this year, and the reason why they mentioned about the Patriots, the receivers still suck. Like they still suck. Like yeah, they're way better than last year and the year before, but they still suck, bro. Like Diggs, Diggs is the best receiver. He's old, coming back from an ACL too. I don't trust that. Both teams also have very good defenses. But this is at home in New England. But I who's the like, and who's also the better quarterback, Drake May or Geno Smith? I'll pick Geno Smith over Drake May anytime. Give me the Raiders to beat the Patriots. I know a lot of people are picking the Patriots, but I have the Raiders beating the Patriots. Next, we got the Titans and Broncos, and yeah, this is a super easy pick. It's the Broncos. The Broncos had a very good offseason. They made the defense. I think they got Trent Williams. So I think I might be one of that, but Trent Williams, I think. I know they got Dre Greenlaw. Overall, the Broncos gotten way better on defense. The offense, still the same, but I feel like Bo Nix is going to continue having his good season. The Titans, though, the Titans gotten way better. We got Campbell now, and then that's it. They brought in Tyler Lockett. Yeah, no, that's it. That's a little sad. Never mind. The Titans haven't did anything. The only good receivers, Calvin Ridley, and also don't forget a Tyler Lockett too. The Titans, probably I suspect maybe a blowout. Yeah. But the Titans have a very bright future with Campbell. So don't. So yeah, the Titans are probably gonna suck this year, but next year they're gonna be good. We're gonna skip with the Bills and Ravens. We'll be back with that. Alright, Panthers and Jaguars, most random game of all time. Um, so both teams gotten somewhat better. The Jaguars, they still got a lot of talent, but they got a new coach in Liam Cohen, who is probably better than Doug Peterson. The Panthers, they fixed up that wide receiver core even better. The defense still sucks, and the offensive line is slightly better. This is a make or break year for Trevor Lawrence. Bryce Young, I think, will, like, if he does suck again, I don't know, but he's probably not gonna suck. Panthers gonna suck though, but I don't know why. But I just have this feeling that the Panthers might beat the Jaguars. But I am gonna give the edge to Jacksonville, beating Carolina and getting Liam Cohen's first win in the NFL. Just because the Texans, the Jaguars, is at home. And this is going to be a pretty good shootout because, again, both kind of suck on defense. Like the Jaguars do have a pretty good defense. Panthers suck on defense. So, yeah. You got the Texans and Rams. Yeah, okay. This is going to be tight. This is going to be an interesting game. Matthew Stafford's coming back. So, because if Matthew Stafford wasn't playing, we've got Jimmy G. Texans all day. But if Stafford's playing, I am going to give it to the Rams. Just because they have the better team. The Texans, they do have C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, and a very, very good defense. But at the same time, though, the Rams have a high-powered offense. Overall, it is going to be a good game, but I am going to give the edge to the Los Angeles Rams. And okay, we got the worst game of this week. Cardinals, Saints. Yeah, I honestly don't know who to pick here. Yes, I know the Cardinals could probably blow up the Saints, but the Saints tend to start 1-0, basically. Did you know that? because I kind of knew. One sec. Because I'm pretty sure the Saints. Because I'm pretty sure the Saints like been like 7 years, just 7 years straight. Um, like the Saints start 1-0. Because like I feel like it probably does. Because the Saints, they usually start off hot for whatever reason. Um, One second. Let's see. So it's been. Yeah, okay. This is the second consecutive. Yeah, okay. So but I think, yeah, the Saints been consecutive. Like they've been usually good in the beginning of the season. So I don't know why, but I have this like very weird feeling that the Saints could win. Am I gonna go with the Saints? Yeah, like I don't know, but I think yeah, I'm just gonna go with I'm probably just gonna go with the Cardinals here, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints do beat the Cardinals, but I do have the Cardinals beating the Saints. Alright, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, yeah, I know the Falcons swept the Buccaneers last year, but guess who's the quarterback? Kirk Cousins. Guess who's the quarterback this year? Michael Penix Jr. Michael Penix Jr. needs to have some time to develop. He only has 3 games played. He needs to get used to the system now. It's been a whole offseason. It's brand new for him. Baker Mayfield's been non-stop starting for the Bucks. The Bucks usually always start off 1-0 pretty easily. But the Falcons do go off now. If they start Kirk Cousins, which they not, but imagine if they do. Probably the Falcons will. Kirk Cousins goes off, but because Michael Penix is starting, I'm gonna give the edge to the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are gonna probably take the game in Atlanta. We got the Giants and Commandos. Now, usually a lot of people are going with the Commandos, and I'm going with the Commandos too. But the Giants are a sleeper team. The Giants are going to somehow. There's no between of mid. Mid is like 8 and 9, but they're not going to be that. They're either going to be like 2 and 15. Like, they're only going to win like 1 or 2 games. Or they're going to win 8, 9, 10 games. It just depends what the Giants do. They got the most difficult schedule, too. That's what makes it harder. But this Giants team, I feel like if they have a regular schedule like everyone does, I feel like this team does have the potential to go, I don't know, like 9-8. Like, at worst, probably like 7-10. Best, like 11-6. But just because that defensive line is absolutely fucking scary. The offensive line improved. Malik Nabels is very good. Jackson Dart has a lot of potential. Russell Wilson's still a very good quarterback. Taiwan Tracy is an underrated running back, So, but the Commandos are a better team. Jaden Daniels, he's going to probably cook the Giants. Because, yeah, the Giants can try it. Like, the defensive line can try and sack Jaden Daniels. But Jaden Daniels can get out of the pocket and throw the ball and run the ball, It just depends. The Commandos also have Deebo Samuel now. And also, they got rid of Brian Robinson Jr., but it still doesn't matter. So, I'm giving the edge to the Commandos. We got the Seahawks and 49ers. Now, this is a close game, too. The 49ers gotten way worse this offseason. The whole receivers are injured, except for Ricky Pearsall. We don't know how Brock Purdy's going to perform. We saw Brock Purdy last year, but, that was kind of a fluke. Whole team was injured. Now, it is a very good challenge. Now, Brock Purdy, they got a big contract. But the Seahawks, this team just completely changed in one offseason. Last year they got, and the offense were Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, JSN. Now, JSN's left. The only one left. But they did pick up Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is injury prone though, so I just don't think the Seahawks are gonna, I don't think Cooper Kupp's gonna be like 2021 ever again. He's kind of washed now. The Seahawks do have an excellent defense, though. They got a good defensive mind head coach. So, just because of that, I am giving the edge to the Seahawks. And the 49ers, the whole team, the receivers are injured. The only good players they got, healthy is Brock Purdy and George Kittle. McCaffrey's still a big fat question mark. Is he actually going to be good, or is he going to be shit? That's a big question mark. That's why I have the 49ers losing to the Seahawks. Okay, we got a good game here. Lions versus Packers. Now, if this was before the Micah Parsons trade, this was easily going to go to the Lions. The Packers did definitely improve the offseason. They got Matthew Golden and stuff like that. The Lions, they lost both of their coordinators. They lost some of their offensive line. But overall, they're still a pretty good team. But the Packers, they got Micah Parsons. But here's the thing, though. Jared Goff only lost to the Packers once or twice. He lost twice to the Packers in his career. He lost once with the Rams and the other one with the Lions, but that was on Thanksgiving. And we all know that the Lions don't perform well on Thanksgiving, except for last year. But that was because Matty Perfus is a dumbass. Also because Chicago sucks in Thanksgiving too. Anyways, but the Packers, they got Micah Parsons. But here's the thing, though. Here's a little tiny problem, a little problem. Micah Parsons has an injury. Yeah, he's kind of injured right now. So, I don't know I don't know what Micah Parsons is most likely to play Sunday. But I'm still giving the edge to the Lions. The Packers, this is at Lambeau and stuff like that, but the Lions not the Lions, but the Jared Goff owns the Packers, and a lot of them, they don't play on Thanksgiving, which, spoiler alert, they do. The Packers are not gonna beat the Lions, because Jared Goff owns them. Alright, back to the Buffalo Ravens game. Got the Ravens and Bills. Now, this is gonna be a very good game. Everyone's going with Buffalo for whatever reason, okay? Alright, just stop there. So, the last time these two teams faced off in the regular season, the Ravens blew out the Bills 35-10. The people blames it on injuries on the Bills side. It's just because Derrick Henry just owns you. The Ravens would have beaten the Bills in the divisional round if Mark Andrews was not a dumbass and dropped that. I'm just saying. And now everyone's back. And hopefully Mark Andrews knows how to catch a fucking football. Buffalo cannot be a single good team. They can't. They lost to the Ravens. They lost to the Rams. They needed help to beat the Detroit Lions. And they got a very lucky win versus the Chiefs. They were lucky. What else? What other teams the Bills lose to? Because I know that, they lost to... Because they lost to the Patriots week 18. Fuck. Yeah, okay, no, I know, because, they lost to the Texans. So, yeah, and the Ravens, they're a very good team. They're stacked on defense. They're stacked on offense. This is a Super Bowl bust deal for the Ravens. If they don't do anything, they don't go past the divisional round, they don't at least make it to the Super Bowl, it's not going to look good in Baltimore. In Buffalo, they didn't do much in the offseason. They give Josh Allen more help with wide receivers because, Josh Allen can't just do it on his own. Like, Tua only had 2 wide receivers in his whole career. Josh Allen had multiple. He still has multiple wide receivers. Kind of sad, not going to lie. He also has James Cook, too, who carries the team because Josh Allen just sucks. I'm giving this to the Ravens. This is going to be an absolute blowout again. Derrick Henry's going to go off with 200 yards. Lamar's going to pass for like 300, 400 yards. It's going to be an absolute shit show. It's going to be an absolute blowout. Just watch. Alright, we got our final game. We got the Bears versus the Vikings now. I'm probably going to give this to the Chicago Bears. I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings beat the Bears. But here's the thing, though. Chicago, they are a fully developed team. Not really, actually, no. They're both good. They still have 2 sophomore quarterbacks. One never played in J.J. McCarthy. The other one had a whole year of starting. And he was under a dumbass head coach and Matty Eberflus. Now, thankfully, the Bears don't have a dumbass coach. They got a good coach in Ben Johnson. They fixed up that offensive line. They didn't do much in the offense, though, but they did a lot to the offensive line and defense. The Vikings, they also improved the offensive line and all the struggles they had in the playoffs. They lost Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold kind of sucks, and, I know I still have the Seahawks being the Niners, but cope with it, guys. And yeah, I'm giving this to Chicago, dude. I'm giving this to Chicago, and again, I would not be shocked at all if the Vikings win. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. But knowing Caleb Williams and knowing the Chicago Bills, they are going to find a way to win this game. It is also in Chicago, so yeah. So yeah, this is great. So this is my Week 1 NFL predictions. So yeah, hopefully I did some good takes here. Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna wrap up our video. Just ignore the record predictions here, like the records here, because those don't fucking matter right now. So this is gonna wrap up our video. Hopefully you enjoy. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Probably be back for the Cowboys and Eagles recap. I have an extra video filmed on for Thursday. Who knows? Alright, bye.